Hey everyone! In this video we're going to do a really cool process called ice dyeing. So I don't have all of the materials since I'm stuck in my house right now, but basically all you need is the fabric you want to dye, some kind of basin to catch your dye, and then powdered dye. So I'm using Jacquard cold water dyes. They're super vibrant and bright, but you can get like RIT dye or anything like that too. And ice. Lots and lots of ice. So since I'm not dyeing a super big piece, I don't need as much of ice, but if I'm doing like a really large project, I probably need like 10 pounds. So, you know, be prepared for that. But basically, usually what you would do is soak your fabric in soda ash, which I don't have because I'm stuck at my house. And then I crumpled it kind of into a slightly flattened blob. And now what I'm going to do is just cover this whole thing in ice. So this works really well in the summertime when it's hot out because you can do it outside when the ice melts quickly. I tried to do it once when it was maybe about 50 degrees at its warmest, and the ice stayed there overnight and didn't really do much because it didn't melt. So you want to make sure it's warm enough where you're doing this that it will actually melt. You could play around with different shapes of ice cubes or different sizes too, because the rate at which things melt will kind of affect how your fabric looks in the end too. All right, so once we have our area loaded with ice, then comes the fun part. So we're going to take our powdered dye and we're just going to kind of sprinkle it over our areas. And of course, my spoons are too big, so we'll just have to pretend like this will work. So now that we have the dye over our ice, it's just a waiting game. So I'm going to put this onto time lapse so we can watch it melt because we're stuck inside and we have nothing else to do. All right, everybody, we have let this fabric sit in a plastic bag overnight. That way the dye can kind of make its way into the fabric fibers fairly well. So I'm going to rinse it out now. So we're going to take this plastic off. There's our beautiful fabric. You definitely want to wear gloves for this portion because this dye will 100% stain everything. That's why I'm happy to use this stainless steel sink here. So we're going to rinse it out with some warm water until the water runs clean. So it's going to take a while. All right, so we have our fabric rinsed out and it looks pretty awesome. So now all we have to do is go ahead and throw this in the dryer and then we'll be all finished. All right, so I've taken this fabric out of the dryer and as you can see, it looks so cool. What's awesome about ice dyeing is that it really looks a lot like watercolor, which makes it super fun and really organic and interesting. In this next piece, this one I used
the soda ash or the baked baking soda and just look at those colors. Isn't that amazing? I kind of let the edges of the t-shirt fall off of the side of the bucket, and I think that's what created some of those really interesting designs. So I hope your ice dyeing turns out well. Thanks for watching and keep creating.